Um, Hello, this is Priyanka Chandrakanta Laude. Net ID is VU2628. This video is about ProjectR2. Install simple photo site in the Ruby on Rails. Use SQLite database onto an Amazon EC2 instance. I have created a document which demonstrates what the project is about and how we can proceed for the deployment of the existing real application on the Amazon EC2 server instance. I have taken the screenshots of all the commands which we need to run in order to work for this project. And this is the section 1. It is all about how purpose of the project. The section 2 demonstrates the application working. Here first we need to log in into the Amazon console server, and we need to select the instance, that is Ubuntu server 16.04. Then create an instance. On creating an instance, we can choose the instance type and configure the security group by adding the custom TCP rule, and the port range is 3000, and select the source type as source. Then launch the instance. After while launching the instance, it will ask to create the key pair that then this is the screenshot where I have created the key pair, that is photo site app, and on click of the download key pair, it will generate the .pem file. This pem file will be used to host the server, host the site on the server. The following instance is launched. It will give the instance info in the downside block. Here is the IPv4 which about the instance. The login into the EC2 instance with the photo site app. In the git bash, first run the command chmod 400 photo site app, then login into the EC2 instance using the Ubuntu and the IPv4 address of the EC2 instance and the PEM file, that is photosite app.pem. After login, run the command, that is sudo apt-get update. Then run the command for the apt-get install ruby full build essential. It will install the Ruby. Then install the library for the Rails. Then install the Ruby Gems. After installing the gem for the Rails, install the SQLite library for the SQLite 3 development environment. Then install the SQLite 3 Ruby gem, which will install the database for the Ruby on Rails application. Then install the Node.js. After successfully installing the Node.js, then transfer the zip file of the project, that is the photosite app, to the server using the FileZilla, where the FileZilla, this is the same IP for the instance. The username will be Ubuntu, the password will be the key pair name, and port is 22. On click of quick connect, we can connect to the FileZilla server, and then drag and drop the photosite zip file onto the server. This is the zip file for my existing application. Then back to the git bash, just run the terminal, just run the command for the unzip that project file. Then first create the directory for the photo site, which will contain that photo site zip file under the path, that is home/ubuntu. I have taken the screenshot where I have created the photosite folder under home/ubuntu, and then drag and drop the file, that is photosite app.zip file. Then unzip the folder by running the unzip photosite, and then check for the photosite, that is cd photosite, and then install the bundle by using the bundle install. Then start the rail server. Once the rail server successfully started, we can use the public DNS IPv4 or the IP and colon 3000 to run the application, existing application. And these are the screenshots for my applications which are running on the instance, that is EC2 here, as I mentioned in the screenshot. There are the two special issues. The issue one is how if the instance stops running, then to avoid the data loss, there will be another way to solve this issue is to create the duplicate, but the drawback of it is to increase the storage. The issue 2 is what happens when you reboot an instance, and what can you do. That elastic IPs, we can make use of elastic IPs under the network and the security. Allocate the new address. It will allocate the address which will not change on the server, as we know that after creating each instance, it will create the separate IP for that instance. But by using the elastic IP, we will have the same IP for the on the AWS EC2 instance. That is the use of it, and we can connect to that IP on click of this, and connect to our Rails application. This is my command prompt where I have run all the commands. And here on the ls, it is the photosite zip file, and on running the under this and the rail server, this is the rail server on the Amazon Web Service. It will run on the 3000. This is the same instance 34.208, and this is the same instance 34.20201.40, and this is my site user/index. On click of this, I'll navigate to that particular user, and it will show the photos, and on the click of comments, I'm navigating to the comment section with the author, and on click of it, it will navigate to the photos, and that's it. This is very challenging project, and I have learned how to deploy the existing Rail application on the Amazon Web Service and how to host it. It is very challenging. I have learned how to transfer the file from locally to the server using the FileZilla, and which commands are helpful for running this application. This is a great project, I believe. Thank you.